us through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And gracious God, we gather on this evening in thanksgiving, in celebration, and with pride to honor this graduating class of physician assistants. We give thanks for each one of them. Not only have they shared their time, talent, and treasures within the West Liberty University community, but they have become a community unto themselves. Together they have laughed and cried, studied and partied. They have been challenged and inspired. At times they may have failed, but today is evidence that they have succeeded. As we recognize them and applaud their achievements, help us to look not only at what they have accomplished, but let us look with them in hope for all that is yet to be. Gracious God, the giver of all good things, we ask your presence at this celebration, as together with this class, their families, and their friends, we all continue to grow in and through you. Amen.
Good evening. I'm Sarah Bramer, Director for the West Liberty University PA program. I would like to formally welcome you all here tonight to celebrate graduation with us, both those of you that are here in person and those of you that are joining us on our Topper Station broadcast. We're here to celebrate a joyous occasion. This graduation ceremony is the culmination of 2 years of hard work, dedication, trials, tribulations, and triumphs. Tonight also marks the 10th graduating class from the WLU PA program. We're excited that these graduates carry this extra honor and are helping us celebrate this notable milestone for our program. During the ceremony this evening, we will take a few minutes to reflect on the last 10 years, and we will hear from several inaugural faculty members who were instrumental in this program being here today. But to begin and open our ceremony, I would like to welcome our interim president, Dr. Catherine Monterosso, to provide greetings from the university.
Good evening. Welcome to West Liberty University's 2023 Physician's Assistants Commencement Celebration. During this 187th year of providing quality educational services, and the 10th anniversary, or the 10th class of our Physician's Assistants graduates. It is a privilege to address you today. You have completed a difficult course of study. To those receiving degrees, we celebrate your accomplishments. This is a very special ceremony. It marks the formal and symbolic completion of your Physician's Assistants program. Your degree will transform your life and the lives of others in many ways. You will have amazing things using the skills that you have learned, and your skills will make a difference in the lives of your patients, and you will make us proud. I want to thank the faculty and staff for their extraordinary service and performance in this critical role in making this ceremony possible. Congratulations to the family members and friends who helped our graduates earn the honor of walking across the stage today. Will the parents, guardians, spouses, partners, and children of today's graduates please stand so we can applaud your efforts. To our graduates, we are extremely proud of you. We thank you for selecting West Liberty University. This is your day. We celebrate in your honor. Audience, please join me in congratulating the graduates of West Liberty University's Physician's Assistants Program, the class of 2022. Congratulations.
Congratulations. My name is Rich Lucas, and I'm currently the chairman of the Board of Governors here at West Liberty University. Congratulations to you, the graduating Physician's Assistants class of 2023. I'm very happy to be able to be here with you today for your much-deserved walk. I'm humbled to be asked to give you my congratulations on one of the most special days of your lives so far. Please take a moment to pat yourselves on the back and to acknowledge this significant milestone. You have worked very hard. You have earned your honor. Your graduating class of 2023 is a part of distinction, and you have experience that no prior West Liberty graduates have had in our 187-year storied history. You have earned your degree, and you are now equipped with an awesome, powerful tool set. Do not underestimate the value of your degree. Your West Liberty degree puts you with the best of the best. You have prepared yourselves to earn this most prestigious degree with your dedication and your pure hard work. Believe me, you will soon be carrying a most respected degree from a most respected university. Remember, you are from West Liberty University. We're unique. Our experiences are unique. Please embrace this. Your West Liberty family will continue to care for you well after today. As I've been a graduate for over 37 years now, I realize more and more that the connections, the friends, and the advisors that I've made are a very valuable resource, and you will also as you move forward. Please stay connected to our university. Use your social medias, but come back to campus often when your time allows. Returning to campus will always be a great day and a great experience for you. Trust me, as time passes, you will enjoy more and more coming back to our campus. Tomorrow will come around very soon. When it does, continue to work hard towards your goals. Chase your dreams and your successes. Please remember this evening to thank your parents, your mentors, your classmates, your advisors. Enjoy your evening. Cherish your tremendous accomplishment. Congratulations to the Physician's Assistants May graduating class of 2023.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Sherry Thaker. I'm the Dean of Graduate Studies. The team from Graduate Studies would like to extend our congratulations to each of you and thank you for choosing West Liberty University. You have put your life on the back burner while you've been going through the rigor of the program here. And now in about an hour, when you walk out these doors, the community is going to feel that you're an expert in your field. I'm sure you're excited. I'm also sure you're a little bit nervous about that, but you're not alone. According to a poll conducted in 2022 reported by the American Academy of Physician Associates, PA students were asked how long they felt it would take for them to feel comfortable autonomously making decisions about managing and treating patients as a new PA. 88% felt that it would take a year for this level of autonomy. Only 3% felt that it would take 24 months for this comfort level. It's okay. When you have secured your first position, just remind yourself that you've completed a nationally accredited program, you are licensed by your state, and you have passed your national certification exam. And also a fabulous fact to keep in mind is that from 2014 to 2022, the PA alum from West Liberty University taking the same exam have a 99.35% pass rate. That's phenomenal. You have been given the tools for your new career. Feel confident in that. Be proud. And again, thank you for choosing West Liberty University. Congratulations and good luck.
Dear students, faculty, and staff of the West Liberty PA program, greetings from Moreno Valley, California. I am Dr. Alan Bidashi, PAC Emeritus. I am honored to be invited to offer my congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. I also offer my congratulations to the PA faculty and staff, administrators, family, and friends for providing the resources, support, and encouragement for these students to achieve their career goals of becoming a PA. As the founding chair and program director of the WLU PA program, I am humbled and honored that you students and your family entrusted WLU to provide the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to follow in the footsteps of so many PAs who came before you. In completing this program, you persevered in an arduous course of study. You developed the humility to accept constructive critique, the ability to work as a team, and the patience to take one day at a time. Your minds were open as you learned complex concepts and developed critical skills in the healing arts and sciences. For the educators, you blessed these students with the knowledge, skills, and wisdom needed to become competent and empathetic PA providers. You demonstrated the patience needed to deal with the nuances of PA education and the empathy towards students who labored under stressful situations. To the administrators and staff, you provided critical support in carrying out these functions. Students could not have achieved this great accomplishment without the help and the support of their families and loved ones, and they also deserve a round of applause. 2023 marks the graduation of the 10th PA class and the 11th year since the matriculation of the first PA class. It is gratifying to see that a student of mine in PA1, Sarah Bramer, has taken over the role of the program director. Congratulations, Sarah. I would like to recognize those who were instrumental in helping to found and implement the WLU PA program. Dr. Robert Kreisberg, Dr. Melinda Kreisberg, Dr. Howard Shackelford, David Blowers, PAC, Regina Jones, PAC, Brittany Sabota, PAC, and Tara Hardman. Dr. Eric Latos joined us early in the program. Dr. Wetzel was one of our first preceptors, and it's great to see him on the faculty. Dr. Bill Childers and the current faculty and staff should also be congratulated for the great job they have done in maintaining a high level of excellence. To each graduating student, I again congratulate you. I wish you success in passing the NCCPA exam on your first take, and may you have many, many years of satisfaction and personal rewards as a competent and empathetic PA. Well done. Thank you. Bye.
Good afternoon or good day, whatever time your program is today. It's so good to be back with the program in whatever way I can participate today. It's been a great time of retirement for me, spending time with my two little granddaughters here in Indiana. But nevertheless, the 3 years that I spent with the West Liberty PA program was literally among the most enjoyable time that I had in my 40 years of practicing medicine in Wheeling. People often ask me what I did with the West Liberty program, and I described it as I coordinate and teach the Nose to Toes program, which was clinical medicine. Now, as you will remember, I didn't teach all the programs, but I coordinated with several of my physician colleagues to do some of the lectures that they were better suited to deal with. Nevertheless, it was a wonderful time, and I really had no regrets other than cutting the time short because my practice needed all of me full-time back in Wheeling. The lectures that I presented to all the students over the years, and I still have all those presentations, are the same lectures that I would give to the medical residents and the medical students that I taught back in Wheeling and in Morgantown, because I was on the clinical faculty at WVU School of Medicine as well. And I just can't tell you enough how enjoyable it was for me to participate with you. I learned a lot from you as students, as probably more than I gave to you as a faculty member. And the one memory that I have that is so enriching for me was a couple of years after she graduated, and I think it was Alex Finley who called me from where she was practicing in a pediatric group up in north of Pittsburgh, as I recall. And she described to me her excitement about having seen a youngster, maybe a 2-year-old, that had very, very bad swelling and proteinuria, and in fact had a nephrotic syndrome. And she remembered from one of my lectures to her and to your group how to identify that, how to make the diagnosis, and then what to do. And she knew the answers to all that, and I think she astounded her preceptor to no end. So that memory still sticks with me, and I hope it was Alex who gave that phone call to me. So in any case, I'm happy as can be to join with you in this great time, and I wish all of you the best of luck in the future.
Hello, West Liberty University PA program. I'm Regina Jones, and I'm one of the original faculty members. It is a real privilege to be able to address you today to mark the 10-year anniversary of the start of the program. The beginning was a long process. We began in the ground floor of the library in a windowless office. We were eventually able to replace the cubicle dividers with actual office walls, which was a big improvement. And now you have Campbell Hall. Pretty neat. Alan Badashi was our founding program director, and David Blowers was clinical coordinator. I acted as the academic coordinator, planning the academic curriculum that you encounter when you first came into the program. We spent well over 2 long years laying down the blueprint and getting things up and running so before we were able to welcome our first cohort of students. Of course, there were other folks involved at the time. Dr. Shackelford was our medical director. Dr. Derek Glados came in once we had warm bodies in the seats. And Tara Hardman was with us very early on. She left for a short period of time. She was seduced by the bright lights of the business department, but she figured it out and she came back to us, and we're very glad that she did. It was a day of elation when we received our ARC provisional accreditation. It was an even better day and kind of a dose of reality when we welcomed our first class of students. While it's tempting to reminisce about how things were then, I think that the PA program has always been about moving forward. So it's in that vein that I'd like to say a few words to you today. First of all, congratulations. You've chosen a great career. You have a lot of adventures ahead of you. As you enter the healthcare workforce, it's going to feel a little overwhelming. A lot's been thrown at you in a relatively short period of time. But I'm sure that your clinical rotations have demonstrated that you do remember a lot. I hope you're humbled by that which you do not yet know. The bottom line is that you have the opportunity and the capacity to improve the lives of countless numbers of persons, one patient at a time. Remain honest with yourself. You've heard it a million times, but it's important to know your limits. Stay within them, but don't get stuck in them. They will expand as your experience expands. Leave your ego at the door, unless it is the OR door, in which case you may need a little chutzpah in order to be successful in that capacity. Do not gravitate to the ones who swagger, okay? They're usually trying to cover up some sort of fundamental flaw. And don't become a swaggering person yourself. It's extremely unattractive. I sincerely wish that when you encounter persons with sickness, that you bring them improved health and wellness. That when you find patients who are non-compliant and ignorant, that you choose to educate them and provide a healthy view of science for them. That when you encounter despair, that you infuse hope and encouragement. When you or your patients suffer loss, that you meet that with compassion and with caring. And if and when, and you probably will, encounter cynicism, remember and hold on to the value of what it is that you do. To the faculty of the PA program, I say congratulations and thank you for remembering that I was a part of this. I extend my hearty congratulations. You have sustained, developed, improved, and manicured the program to make it what it is today. Those first-time pass rates are looking really good. You've done a great job. So really, all that's left to do is do a little dance when everyone passes the pants and keep polishing the apple. Thank you.
Our guest speaker this evening is the founding faculty member of the West Liberty University PA program. He was hired by the university, by the College of Sciences, to begin building the program in 2009. The first class matriculated in 2012, and he continued with the program until his retirement in 2016. As you heard from Dr. Badashi, that means Mr. Blowers was my clinical coordinator. He was the one I reached out to with questions or concerns or anxieties, or the one that I said, what should I expect on an EOR exam and how do I study, when he visited me on my first rotation. I also had the pleasure of working with him as a fellow faculty member when I joined the program as faculty in 2015. So I am especially grateful and humbled to have him as one of my mentors joining us here tonight to offer words of wisdom and encouragement to you, the graduating class. I'd like to set the stage a little bit with his background to show what wisdom he has to offer to you through his years of practice. He's a retired physician assistant who practiced clinically for 40 years and has been involved in patient care in several different positions over 50 years. He started out in medicine and patient care as an orderly on a surgical ward and then moved to the operating room. During that time, he came to recognize his calling in medicine, so he enlisted in the U.S. Navy to advance his training as a hospital corpsman in surgery and as a means to finance higher education. He enrolled in Alderson Broaddus College in 1976, which was at the time the only 4-year degree-granting PA program in the U.S., as you remember from Professional Issues 2 years ago. He graduated magna cum laude with a BHS in 1980 and began practicing at Broaddus Hospital in emergency medicine and surgery. In 1984, he was recruited to Tampa, Florida to practice in family medicine and geriatrics. And in 1987, classmates recruited him back to Wheeling Hospital to the practice of general and thoracic and vascular surgery and trauma. While at Wheeling Hospital, he was a clinical preceptor for PA, nursing, and surgical tech students. In 2003, he earned his master's in physician assistant studies from the University of Nebraska Medical Center. And in the fall of 2009, he was recruited away from full-time clinical practice to come here to West Liberty. And so he was instrumental in building the master's program that you all have experienced here at West Lib. He continued to work on surgery and trauma on the call rotation, and he retired from the PA program as clinical coordinator in 2016 and retired from clinical practice at Wheeling Hospital in 2020. He was born in the mountains of north central Pennsylvania, where he grew up hunting, fishing, camping, skiing, and playing tennis. His travels and camping around the eastern U.S. with family while competing in tennis tournaments with his father began his love of travel and sports. The Navy years exposed him to international travel and cultures, which he still loves to pursue with the company of his wife of 51 years, Dolly. Dolly, thank you for joining us tonight. After his retirement from West Lib, they went on a 3-month, 13,000-mile adventure to Alaska and back. He now volunteers at the House of the Carpenter every week, building handicapped wheelchair access ramps. David and Dolly have 3 adult children, 2 of which are PAs and 1 is a middle school teacher, and 10 grandchildren, ranging in age from 14 months to 25 years. So when not on the road or watching a multitude of grandkid activities, Dave can be spotted on long walks in the woods with their very energetic dog, Mickey. Without any further ado, I give you Dave Blowers.
Thank you. I didn't think I would get this old this quickly. But a couple birthdays back, I got a t-shirt that said, "I survived the 60s twice." Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, president, distinguished guests, alumni, faculty, and staff. I'm not sure how much more I can add to what was already presented by my colleagues and other founding members of the program. But I thank you for the honor of being asked to address you this evening and to share with you a few thoughts on the special occasion of this graduation and the distinction of this being the 10th graduating class. Those of you who know me know that public speaking is not my strong suit. And those of you, the rest of you will recognize this quickly. Dale Carnegie once said, there are always 3 speeches for every one that you give. There's the one you practiced, the one you gave, the one you wish you gave. But I think Franklin Roosevelt said it best when he said, be sincere, be brief, and be seated. So I hope you will indulge me for a few minutes while I try to share with you some of the thoughts on the significant occasion of your graduation and the historic milestone of the West Liberty University PA program graduating 10 classes of new PA providers. In the fall of 2009, the stars aligned such that after 2 feasibility studies, an idea that Dr. Howard Shackelford had been formulating and talking about for many years became a real opportunity. West Liberty University at that time had a new president, Mr. Robin Capehart, who was looking to expand the scope of the university and to develop new graduate programs. So the addition of a graduate PA training program to provide a ready supply of PAs to the tri-state medical community seemed to be a logical choice. Dr. Robert Kreisberg, then Dean of the College of Sciences, was selected to head the effort and to recruit essential personnel, namely a program director and a clinical director, and to integrate the PA program and its unique requirements into the physical and academic structure of West Liberty University. Dr. Alan Badashi, who you heard earlier, was recruited from his position as a program director at Loma Linda in California to become the new West Liberty program director. And I was approached to be the clinical director and to help with the early on-campus phase. As you might imagine, it was quite a transition for me from the clinical world of surgery to the world of academia. And it was much more complex than I anticipated. But with Dr. Badashi's experience and leadership, we began creating and assembling the didactic blocks and recruiting personnel from the medical community of the Ohio Valley. Ms. Regina Jones, who you heard from earlier, joined the team as academic coordinator and began the prodigious task of writing curriculum. And later, Dr. Derek Latos, who you heard earlier, joined as physician faculty and brought senior leadership in internal medicine. Meanwhile, there were all the preliminary basic necessities: office space to arrange, classrooms to assemble, clinical labs to be built and equipped. Originally, the program was temporarily housed in Allen Hall under the library on the ground floor in the middle of the Department of Humanities. All in all, a very detailed and time-consuming phase. The move to the dedicated spaces in Campbell Hall was welcomed in the spring of 2013. where we have the new beautiful facility in which you all were trained. Through all the building, moving, growing, and all the changes in personnel, Dr. Shackelford's guiding hand as medical director has, from the start, kept the program in close touch with the medical community and hospitals and on track towards excellence. The blueprint for building a graduate PA program is outlined by the various accrediting agencies and specifically by ARCPA, the Accreditation Review Committee for Physician Assistants. The new program is subject to a process of detailed scrutiny, analysis, and ultimately on-site inspection of facilities and interviews with personnel to assure all the necessary components of the didactic and clinical training were in place and with an eye towards competence and public safety. With program accreditation achieved, the hard work of lecture and test writing, individual course structure, and timing of the didactic year began, along with the recruitment of hospitals, physicians, and preceptors for the 162 individual clinical experiences needed in all the major medical and surgical disciplines. Mrs. Brittany Sabota joined the team, replacing Mrs. Jones as academic coordinator, and we began the process of interviewing and selecting students for the inaugural class, which was seated in July of 2012. Yes. Tara Hardman took over the front office duties and quickly became the glue that held us all together. She assumed multiple roles: administrative assistant, mom, big sister, and the voice of the program that you all came to recognize as indispensable help. Dr. Badashi, after successfully leading the team from the building phase to ARCPA accreditation, classroom training, clinical rotations, to graduation of the inaugural class in 2014, returned to California to begin yet another PA program. Dr. William Childers, an experienced PA educator who had previously worked with the Alderson Broadus and Marietta programs, took over the reins as program director. He was accompanied by his equally talented and experienced PA educator wife, Mrs. Jennifer Childers. Under the leadership of Dr. Childers, the newly launched program was fine-tuned, stabilized, and flourished for many years. Faculty changes were inevitable, and soon we were in need of an academic coordinator. Among those intrepid candidates applying to this brand new program was a young lady, graduate assistant from the biology department, who had come to inquire about this whole new PA concept in the program we were building when I first arrived on campus. She applied, was accepted, and went on to graduate at the top of her class. Mrs. Sarah Bramer became the new academic coordinator, and as you now know, has recently come full circle to assume the role of program director with the recent departure of Dr. Childers. As I have watched the arc of her PA career trajectory and observed her talent, attention to detail, and dedication to excellence, I am assured that the West Liberty University PA program future is bright. Other faculty changes occurred with the retirement of Dr. Lattis, whose wisdom and senior leadership are difficult to overestimate. Dr. Robert Wetzel became our new physician faculty and brought to the program his quick wit, endless energy, and intellect that kept us on our toes and moving forward. And I hear now that he is retiring, and so the cycles keep rolling. Ms. Peggy Sims is the most recent addition to the program in the role of academic coordinator, and she is welcome to West Liberty University from her clinical practice in orthopedics. I also chose to retire from academia in 2016 to make way for the next generation. And the good Lord, in his infinite wisdom, opened the door for Ms. Christy Meintel to take over the duties of shepherding the senior students through the clinical phase of their training. And then the COVID pandemic hit, and everyone was impacted in many ways. But what do you do when the hospitals announce that they will no longer allow students to enter the facility, much less participate in their patient care? The primary responsibility of the clinical coordinator is to arrange 5-week blocks of hands-on experiences 9 times for each student. Mega kudos to Mrs. Meintel and the program for their amazing creativity and perseverance, successfully guiding all of the students from 2 classes through that incredible maze. I think it was at that point that she changed her title from clinical coordinator to chaos coordinator. I'm certainly glad I was retired at that point. So here are some fun facts. Counting all of you eager new grads, the West Liberty University PA program has now graduated 170 PAs. 153 of them have passed the PANCE board, and the past 2 classes have had a 100% pass rate. And the program overall, as you have heard earlier, is 99.35. You have been well prepared. There are about 40 West Liberty University graduates employed here in the Ohio Valley, and I think that is a sound confirmation of the caliber of PA providers that are being educated here. The West Liberty University PA program has, unlike most others, remained relatively small from its inception with a tight-knit faculty. This has allowed each one of you to receive individualized nurturing and encouragement as you have progressed. And now you will be scattered across the country as black and gold nuggets. I hope this past year has been one of the best of your young lives. You've had the amazing opportunity to witness and experience 9 immersions into all the major disciplines of medicine and surgery, to witness some of the mysteries of life, to glimpse some of the possibilities of the future, and also to recognize some of the limitations of modern medicine. You have just completed a very intense and rigorous 2 years of training and will demonstrate that by all academic standards and an NCCPA PANCE exam that you possess sufficient knowledge to be called a PAC, Physician Assistant Certified. You are to be congratulated on your sustained endeavor and accomplishment. You're entering a much different world of medicine than when I started. We spent the first 10 minutes of each new patient encounter with an explanation of what we were and what we could do as PAs. PAs are a known entity nowadays, and your skills are in great demand. The PA profession is still growing at a 30% per year rate. But I would caution you that these are the basic credentials necessary to allow you to begin to participate in the world of medicine. Be confident in what you have learned and know, but be very aware of what you don't know. Primum non nocere. First, do no harm. Recognize your own limitations and never be afraid to ask for help or for more understanding from the highly educated and experienced team around you. Textbook knowledge is the main item you have in your toolbox right now, but experience and taking good care of your patients will hopefully bring wisdom over time. A man by the name of Alexander Pope from the 1700s once said, "A little learning is a dangerous thing." It is dangerous because it may lead you to believe that you know all there is when in fact you know very little. More reading, deeper knowledge, and experience. Experience. That's what you get when the outcome isn't what you expected. Experience will keep you grounded in reality and hopefully better able to accurately assess what you do and don't know. And so it is with the old adage, the more we know, the less we know. In your early years of practice, put yourselves in a position where you are surrounded by people who are excited about the work that they do. They will be natural teachers and mentors. In my years of clinical practice, I found that folks that I practiced with every day had a much greater impact on my sense of satisfaction and fulfillment than my job title. While being a preceptor, we didn't worry so much about the ones who asked for help or a more in-depth explanation, but we did have to keep a sharp eye on the ones that said, "I've got this, watch me." Do good. When I first started out as a PA, I worked in a position that allowed me to utilize skills, excuse me. My first position allowed me to utilize skills that I had learned from my experiences in the Navy, emergency medicine and surgery. But then I had all this new knowledge from school that I wanted to develop, and so I took a position in Tampa, Florida, practicing family medicine and geriatrics. It was my very good fortune to work with an elderly physician, Dr. Dan Mayer, who by example taught me a deep appreciation for the art of medicine. Family medicine was obviously a very different provider-patient relationship, and there was an opportunity to develop a much more personal and long-term connection. It was also a big challenge to me and my limited base of medical knowledge, and so I had a reference book. Yes, this was BC, before computers. Open on my desk every day as I realized that my schooling had provided me with a framework that needed detailed reinforcement. What the daily practice and observation of my mentor physician revealed was that each patient is unique. Their symptoms don't always present as textbook, but each one needs and deserves your personal touch. He also taught me to create a contract with each patient that said, "I will try to help you in every way that I can, and if I don't know the answer to your problems, we will find someone who does." Ultimately, I hope that you will learn the simple truth that in helping others, you are helping yourself. Stay curious. Never stop learning. It is difficult, if not impossible, for you to realize how much has changed and how far medicine has evolved in the 50 years that I have been practicing. Gallbladder removal used to be a 2-week admission and a month of recovery. Now we send them home the same day, and a week later, they're eating pizza, pain-free. Lasers, GI staples, robots, and the whole field of cardiovascular surgery have come to be. This is to say that that you are hopefully on the front edge of another 40 or 50 years of amazing changes. The Human Genome Project has now been completed, and now CRISPR gene therapy is becoming a reality for curing hereditary disease. Who can guess what the next big medical or research breakthrough will be? You have each been gifted by your Creator with intellect and compassion and a bit of understanding of the mysteries of life. I have seen circumstances where a particular patient had every reason to survive, but did not. And I have seen other occasions where everything appeared hopeless, and yet the patient lived. All I can say is this: we cut, we sew, we provide the very best care we can, but healing comes from a higher power. Albert Einstein said, "Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which you were born." Although I recognize that throughout my career, I have been more acutely aware since my retirement of what a privilege it is to be in a position to make a difference in people's lives. When I think about all the patients and their loved ones that I have worked with over the years, I know most of them don't remember me, nor I them. But I do know that I gave a little piece of myself to each of them, and they to me. And those threads make up the beautiful tapestry in my mind that has been my career as a PA. You hold the keys to a bright, beautiful, fulfilling future. Unlock the door. Step through. Make a difference. May God bless you on your journey. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Childers. I'm one of the PA faculty, and it is my honor to present the Pi Alpha Awards this evening. Pi Alpha, for those of you that are unaware, is a National Physician Assistant Honor Society that was organized in 2004 by the Association of Physician Assistant Programs for the promotion and recognition of significant academic achievement, leadership, research, community and/or professional service, and the encouragement of a high standard of character and conduct among PA students and graduates. The motto of the society is scholarship, service, and leadership. Students must have a minimum overall GPA of 3.5 to be eligible for membership. Excellence in leadership, community and/or professional service, and research is also considered when choosing a candidate. The West Liberty University PA program has maintained a Pi Alpha chapter since 2015. Membership in this society implies a lifelong commitment to learning and service that is applied to the benefit of others. Tonight, we will be inducting an alumni member and a member from the graduating class of 2023. First is our alumni inductee. Our alumni inductee graduated from the West Liberty University PA program in 2019. She is employed as a certified PA in women's health at Trinity Health System in Steubenville, Ohio. She has served in our program as preceptor every year since 2020, which includes precepting 3 of our graduates here tonight. She also precepts for other programs, including Marietta College, Gannon University, University of Mount Union, and Frostburg State University. In her community, she's an active member of the Triumph of the Cross Parish and volunteers for the Steubenville Catholic Central School District, coaching elementary girls volleyball program for the past 3 years, and has assisted with the elementary girls basketball program. As a former student here at West Liberty University PA program, she was the Student Society social chair. So I think all of you guys that are graduates know exactly what that means. She arranged all the potlucks. And she also took on the role as the main event coordinator for her class. In research, she was one of the authors of the publication presented in the December 2018 issue of the Journal of Opioid Management titled, Factors Associated with the Prevalence of Neonatal Abstinence Syndrome in West Virginia. We value her contribution, not only to our program, but the value of the role that she plays in giving back to her community. We are pleased to present Ms. Jenna Ogden for induction into Pi Alpha. Come on up. Okay. Next is our graduate inductee into Pi Alpha membership. We are proud to recognize one student for their contribution to the PA program and profession during their time at West Liberty University through a combination of academics, leadership and/or service, and research. Although this was a tough decision, as there were many good candidates, the student selected is not only exceptional academically, but demonstrates other qualities that are at the heart of why Pi Alpha was created. This student's positive attitude, willingness to volunteer, whether it involved activities or as a part of the program, was evident during the 2 years here. I'm trying really hard not to say he or she, if you guys could. During the clinical year, this student received excellent evaluations by preceptors in the community, describing this student as exceptional, eager to learn, connects easily with patients, will make a fantastic PA. Last but not least, this student also arranged the slideshow that was presented tonight. We would like to welcome the following graduating PA student into Pi Alpha membership, and that student is Ms. Nazi Hosseini.
Congratulations, Jenna and Nazi. We have another honor that I would like to recognize this evening. Matthew, would you please stand? As a graduating military veteran, Matthew is wearing red, white, and blue cords. We thank you for your service. Will the degree candidates please rise? President Monteroso, with the approval of the faculty of the WLU-PA program, I hereby confirm that these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the degree of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies. Graduates, please be ready to come forward to receive your diploma individually when your name is called. Lydia Michelle Adrian. Matthew Aaron Colonna. David Landon Day. Deidre Jordan DeMoss. Lewis William Durante IV. Skylar Doris Fankhauser. Madeline Ruth Frischman. Destiny Catherine Fry. Taking just a minute to get resettled so everyone still has a good view. All right. Sarah Cecilia Harmon. Nazi Haji Hosseini. Joseph Anders Mills. Justin Cole Rice. Gabriel Paul Roman. Lauren Elise Ruffing. Haley Autumn Troughton. Jacob DeLand Wild. Lauren Nicole White.
Graduates, you may stand. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of West Virginia, by the West Virginia Higher Education Policy Commission, and by West Liberty University's Board of Governors, I confer upon you the Master's of Science of Physician's Assistants degree you have earned with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereto. Congratulations. You can be seated.
I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care for patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor.
And we'll all please rise for our closing prayer. Let us pray. Almighty God, whose healing touch brings hope to our world, bless these graduates and enable them to bring hope and healing to those around them. Hold them in the strength of your hands, that they might give strength to those whose hands they will hold. Be gentle with them, so that your tenderness shines through them to all who are hurt, lonely, and afraid. Show them mercy, compassion, and encouragement, and help them readily show these same things to those in their care. Be patient with them, and bless them with patience toward others. And surround them with your love, so that love radiates to all those they meet. God of new beginnings, as these graduates begin a new chapter in their lives as physician assistants, keep them ever mindful of all those who have supported them on their journey thus far. but most importantly, keep them mindful and grateful to you, the great healer and physician, who will be their constant assistant and guide, helping them all the days of their life. Amen.
Please be seated. As we close this evening, I would like to express my appreciation to several groups of people. Family members, friends, guests, thank you for all you have done to encourage the young people sitting here in the front row. Your job isn't done. They've got a couple weeks of study, and then as you've heard, that first year in the job, the learning curve is just as steep. So please keep that support coming. But it's been so instrumental in getting to this day. Administrators, faculty, and staff, thank you for all you do to support and grow the PA program at West Liberty so we can continue to educate great PA students and help meet the healthcare needs of our surrounding communities. Graduates, thank you for placing your trust in us and for all of your hard work over the last 2 years. It has been an honor to join with you on the journey to the PA profession. You now officially have the letters PA behind your name. One more step remains, to add the C. Certification requires taking the board exam that you have prepared so diligently for. Each of you is ready. Use your final days of preparation well, and we look forward to congratulating each one of you again as all those passing scores come in. We welcome you as alumni and as colleagues, and we are proud of you. A couple of housekeeping notes. Graduates, please gather outside for a group photograph at the conclusion of the ceremony. Family and friends and guests, please join us for a light reception following the ceremony in the Nutting Gallery. It'll be to the left as you exit the theater this evening. Thank you everyone for coming, and safe travels home.